Bienvenidos a todos a un nuevo video de Genshin Impact. Vamos a comenzar de nuevo con una aventura principal. O será principal, no sé. Vamos a ello. La grulla regresa con el viento. El ascenso de la cámara de Jade. Últimamente en Liyue hay rumores sobre la reconstrucción de la cámara de Jade. Busca a Ningguang en la terraza Yunjin para preguntarle.
VR para PC, mano. ¿Qué más?
I have
Oye, con
gathered
eso
everyone here
VR se puede
today to
jugar
make an
también en
important
Cali Mobile.
announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news
Sería
already.
genial si se puede.
I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade
Pero hay
Chamber.
hartos. ¿Cuál es el mejor?
Rebuild the
lente
Jade
VR?
Chamber? That's a huge project!
Lente,
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity. Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
5.000.
Patience.
No jodas.
Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today.
A ver.
The building site has been chosen, and
Con o
most
sin
of the
cable.
materials have been assembled. Three key
Creo que
items
sin cable
are,
para poder moverme
however,
tranquilamente.
still
pero
outstanding.
Con cable va a estar ahí como que
They
me voy a
are as
enredar, papá, que
follows.
me voy a caer.
Sunset Vermilionite,
No, pero si vas a
Wonder
hacerlo sin
Cores,
cable, causa. ¿Y
and
cómo vas a estar una
Sigils.
hora cargando, no, media hora jugando, una hora cargando?
También parte. Me voy a caer.
Excuse my
¿Cómo te
ignorance,
cargas y
Lady
después te
Ningguang.
acomodas?
I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of
Mira,
those
te
other
puedes
two.
comprar lentes VR, pero
Only
nunca
sufficiently
una tarjeta
large pieces
gráfica,
of
claro que.
Plostrite, or specifically, Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile,
Mando de control
are the
para
central
poder
components of the
interactuar con el
mechanical
lente.
structure of
Entorno
the
virtual
Jade
de la nave
Chamber.
VR necesitas un mando de control que
Adepti
contiene
sigils
algunos
serve as a means
y
of
otras no.
integrating the
Utilizan
mechanical
el
devices
teclado,
with
el
Adepti
ratón
art.
o el mando
They are
del
as
console.
indispensable as the mechanical core
Se le
itself.
incluyen,
Although
deberás
these three
revisar
items are
cuán
rare,
cómodo es el
I
mando de
trust that with
control
your
y cómo
connections
de
and
preciso
capabilities,
es
procuring
gracias
them
a
will
su
not be a
áspero
question of
ejercicio.
if, but of when.
Libertad de
I
movimiento.
take the
Las que
saying,
ofrecen
time
6
is money,
grados de libertad
more
ofrecen
seriously
una
than
mayor
most.
experiencia.
Efficiency
Invertir
is everything.
adelante, atrás,
I will
arriba
pay
y
a
abajo,
generous
izquierda,
price for the
derecha.
materials that you
Mientras que
find.
las de
And in
3
addition,
grados
the first
arriba,
three
abajo,
people who
izquierda,
collect
derecha.
all the
No
materials will have the
tienen en
opportunity
cuenta
to
si te
ask me a
desplazas por
question.
el espacio
You
físico.
may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest
No
answer.
tienes en cuenta
I trust that
resolución,
this means of compensation will
frecuencia
be
de
to everyone's
refresco, campo de visión,
satisfaction.
calidad de imagen,
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year,
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some Plostrite just the other day. So excuse me all, but, I have some business to do.
Si por lo contrario lo vas a utilizar habitualmente o a diario,
no.
deberás tenerlo
We
muy
better
en
move
cuenta.
quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Estimar en gastos en este aspecto.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested?
¿Escucharon todo lo que dije? ¿No? ¿Qué les parece? ¿Están interesados? ¿De verdad puedo preguntar cualquier cosa?
Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Sí, responderé cualquier pregunta de la que conozca la respuesta. Quizá puedo preguntar sobre mi hermana.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again!
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary. Remember, This is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private, and we can get down to brass tacks.
No, I don't need it.
Ah, don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go! Why don't you stand there after her?
Oh, right, yeah.
Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out. They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run. Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us, huh?
I've already told you, I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. I shouldn't have to spell this out to you. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over and nobody getting hurt.
I won't...
No more excuses! Okay, I know you have money. I saw you. Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and only taking a few bites. Then Shinyue Kiosk, then Wanmin Restaurant. Same story each time. You order all the signature dishes, take a few bites, then you're on your way again. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving us a little spare change, huh?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
¿De qué tienes miedo? No estamos infringiendo la ley del vender información. Si se atreve a hacernos algo, la demandaremos por una fortuna. Son ellos. Esos tipos están haciendo negocios a la fuerza.
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business, I swear!
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir. Please, let me explain.
¿Estás bien? No te preocupes, ya todo está bien.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is, well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
You can't do that. That's way too violent. This is Lila Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws?
Leyes. ¿No has oído hablar de las leyes?
No, apparently not.
Really? So how exactly have you...
¿De verdad? Entonces, ¿cómo vas? Me parece oír algo extraño.
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals.
Flores, chinglín, liria de cristal, campanita de cristal. Eso es lo que como normalmente, pero todo eso son hierbas medicinales.
Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal. After all, you can't work on an empty stomach. Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here. If she is an adeptus, that would explain everything. Where does she fit in with the other adepti, though? Paimon's super curious.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's really eating them!
My hunger has now abated. Thank you.
Estoy satisfecho, muchas gracias. ¿Qué tal saben?
Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance, after consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
So, how can you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go!
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development. Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains! That proves it! Paimon knew she was an adeptus!
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition! And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
I see. I heard something about the contest when I was passing by.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question you want if you win! Were you interested in the contest too, Shenhe?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow! You really don't have to. But having an adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Pero con la ayuda de un adeptus las cosas serían mucho más fáciles, así que entonces unamos fuerzas. Eres bienvenido a nuestro equipo.
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon Everyone bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as awesome. I do, however, believe it will be highly effective. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us. Then, we alone shall become the victors.
Veto! That is not acceptable! Not by a long shot!
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
Look, we want to win this competition fair and square, okay? Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Let's start at the top of the list and work down. So, for Plostrite...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Baishu? What are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing all of a sudden?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for part-time work by any chance?
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here, though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds. It's very rare indeed. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Nivel de mundo subió a nivel 3. Llegamos rango de aventura 30. ¿Qué más me dijo? Estoy oración, la grulla regresa con el viento. Y si un personaje está actualmente en otra misión, no puedes unirse a la misión actual. ¿Cuál personaje? Completa la misión aventura literaria para poder interactuar con Chinchingui. Literaria o no. Ah, esta quiere que complete primero antes de que complete esta. Vamos a dejar por mientras la misión que estamos haciendo y vamos a ir a una misión legendaria que se llama el ratón de la biblioteca espadachín. Una aventura literaria. Pam y tú están buscando la edición de Luigi de la guía de viaje de Teiba para visitar los lugares que aparezcan en la guía.
Wanlin Bookhouse. Guess this is where we go to buy books in Liyue.
Feel free to look around. There's no obligation to buy.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Tevat Travel Guide. Do you have it in stock?
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago. It just wasn't selling.
Huh? But the Mondstadt volume was so interesting. Bummer.
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and the result wasn't really much of a guide. It barely sold any copies, and the few travelers that did buy it made complaints afterward.
Apenas vendió unas cuantas copias y los pocos viajeros que lo compraron presentaron quejas después. Su estilo personal era demasiado marcado. Quizás el contenido era muy disparatado.
Well, that's a shame. The Mondstadt volume was a good read, even just as an adventurer's diary.
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your luck at Chang the Ninth's place.
Who's Chang the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Qingse village. He's a complete grouch, but he will behave himself if the conversation is about books.
He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbor, and I still send him the odd out-of-print book or two every now and then.
Did somebody say out-of-print books? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection?
¿Hay alguna posibilidad que el volumen 6 de La leyenda de la alabarda fragmentada también esté en su colección? ¿Quién eres? No deberías escuchar las conversaciones ajenas.
Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Sing Cho, a humble literature enthusiast who happened to be passing by. Since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we travel together to Mount Jingsa and pay a visit to Cheng the Ninth?
A ver, todos quieren viajar con nosotros, ¿sí, no? Ya que tanto tú como yo estamos buscando libros, ¿qué te parece si viajamos junto al monte Qingse y visitamos a Chang el noveno? Tiene todo sentido, tú nos guías y nosotros te seguimos. No sé, pero parece un camino muy largo.
My pleasure, fellow book lover.
Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Tibet travel guide? It's super duper interesting.
Visita a Chang el noveno en la aldea Qingse. ¿Dónde estará eso? Lo encontré por fin.
The heavens are smiting me to smithereens.
Suspira, los arcontes me están castigando. Este es un tormento. Disculpe, ¿es usted Chang el noveno?
Uh-huh. And what do you want? Come on, spit it out.
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Liyue volume of the Tibet travel guide.
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my books. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to sabotage me. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any idea what that means?
Para pagar mis deudas no tuve más remedio que empeñar mi querida colección de libros, hasta el último de ellos. ¿Tiene idea de lo que eso significa? ¿Estás triste porque no tienes nada que leer ahora? Estás tan aburrido que he comenzado a leer las cajas de cereales.
Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to curating, collecting, caring for them, and now they're gone. Gone, I tell you. It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. All I can do is try to save enough Mora to buy them back. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. Off you go. Go on, go.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd?
Legend of the Shattered Halberd? There's a title I haven't heard in a long time. You have good taste, my boy.
What? But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, it was almost unknown at the time it was published, but over time it was the work that came to define the genre of martial arts novels and sparked a plethora of imitation works. Barely any copies of the first edition were ever printed.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released. A shame, given what it allegedly added to the original story.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition's 6th volume of that work is so rare, I could never bring myself to pawn it no matter how much I needed the money.
You mean you still have it?
Yes. It is my one and only remaining treasure.
Hey, Chang! You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. Will you sell the core lapis or not? I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry Moutsai, you're messing with the Fatui.
Oh, you again. But you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price. I'd never be able to buy my collection back.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate? Perhaps you'd like to take your books with you to an early grave.
You...
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make a deal or he's not. You can't force him to sell against his will.
Just who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of other people's business.
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment of need. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan.
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master in this day and age. Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now. Who were you supposed to be then, huh? Some sort of Guhua messiah?
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less powerful than his master, but he is no less guilty.
Get a load of this guy. Just you wait. You'll be sorry you crossed me. And you, Chang, you're selling that core lapis whether you like it or not.
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen tiger. My days are numbered.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
Como iba diciendo, podría pedir prestado el libro que mencioné antes. Por los 7, darle un respiro al pobre hombre. 3 palabras, lee entre líneas.
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore. But since you did stick up for me, please, just take this book and leave me in peace.
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my gratitude. I, Xingqiu, vow to repay this great act of generosity.
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished. Sorry, but I'm not about to put my hopes in some self-professed Guhua disciple.
Hey, where are you going? We've still got a job to do over here.
Encuentra a Xin Chui, que se fue tras tomar prestado un libro. ¿Se fue?
So, you like reading, huh, Mr. 5-second hero?
Oh, amazing! I never saw that coming.
Hello? Xingqiu? Anybody in there?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
Oye, ¿quién era el tipo que armó tanto escándalo antes? El tipo de antes era el que hacía el trabajo sucio de Burgess Moistainshi.
How can they bully poor old Chang the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
¿Cómo pueden intimidar al pobre Chan de esa manera y obligarle a vender sus minerales a un precio tan bajo? Es un robo a la plena luz del día. Tenemos que encontrar una manera de ayudar a Chan. Entonces, abandonemos la operación guía de viaje de Teiba.
Don't forget me. I'm in too.
Oh, so now you can hear what we're saying.
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Chang the Ninth ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Chang the Ninth. I will return his act of kindness. It is the just thing to do. I will be custodian of this book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection.
Seré el guardián de este libro y le ayudaré a encontrar una manera de recuperar el resto de su colección. Parece que tienes un plan. No tienes un plan en absoluto, ¿verdad?
Of course I do. An initial plan, anyway. I still need to work out the details. Give me a second to reflect. It shan't take but a moment.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? You think no one's really gonna get hurt? I gotta hand it to the Goofball clan. What you lack in numbers and talent, you make up for in guts. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Goofball clan? I meant Guhua clan. That's what you goofballs call it, right?
There's a saying that goes, the insect that shakes the oak tree ludicrously overestimates its ability.
Quit quoting proverbs at me, you buffoon!
Please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an honest trader, especially when the one you seek to threaten is one to whom I owe a debt of gratitude.
It's cute that you want to stick your neck out for Chang and all. But you picked the wrong time, you little punk. I brought the Fatui to back me up. A whole army of you and your little Guhua buddies wouldn't be able to help you now.
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger to conflict. Why should I cower in the face of evil?
Oh, great speech. But now it's time for you to learn your lesson.
Are you here to play with
Time to act. Rain outlines your fate.
Tiene poder de agua.
Booba, get them! Let me amuse myself. Let it rain! Over here! Blink! Barrier! Over here!
Time to act.
Blink!
Witness the power of
You
Guhua.
really know how to get me going. The systems shine. Nice and spicy.
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson?
Espero que hayan aprendido la lección. Entonces tienes una visión.
Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike the unfair advantage it gives me against my opponents. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble before long.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business, and I will ensure the matter is resolved satisfactorily. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute, but the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there is substance to his words. There must be a deeper level of collusion at work here. He mentioned Gentry Maotai. I know this name. He has a stately residence in Liyue Harbor. Maybe the two of you could go and investigate.
That idea works, but what are you gonna do?
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace in Liyue Harbor in a bit.
You really have stuff to do? Are you sure you're not just using us as your errand runners?
Wow, so that's how that turned out. This whole passage is just extraordinary.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying! Paimon just wants to slap him right in his stupid face!
Qué molesto, Paimon quiere darte un golpe en la cara. Primero ayudemos a Chang el noveno.
Fine, but as per tradition, Paimon gets to pick an ugly nickname for him. From now on, he shall be known as Guhua Geek.
You go first. No need to wait for me. One more page and I'll go and stretch my legs. Just one last page.
Conoce a tu enemigo y te conocerás a ti mismo. Dirígete a la mansión del burgués Mao Sai para indagar.
Who goes there?
¿Quién está ahí? Soy Yame, un cliente big de tu jefe.
How strange. You're not on the guest list. The Master's dealing with some urgent business today. All prior appointments have been canceled.
Urgent business? What is it?
The Master's been working on a major business deal recently. He left early this morning to meet with a VIP client.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The Master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to just anyone.
Lo siento, el maestro fue muy claro al decir que no debemos revelar esa información a cualquier visitante. Cualquier visitante, ¿estás diciendo que no somos clientes Big?
No, I mean, yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense. Please, believe me.
No, quería decir sí que lo son. No quise ofenderlo, por favor, créanme. Llévame con el burgués más doy o sufre las consecuencias. Tu maestro tendrá que pagar por la falta que has cometido.
I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Shinya Kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he finds out.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking to rude guards like you. Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on his mind when he's busy negotiating a big business deal with your boss.
Thank you. May your business forever be blessed by the Lord of Geo.
Nice work! Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator.
Wow, Yami, no imaginé que tendrías esta habilidad. Lo improvisé sobre la marcha.
Is that so? Now Paimon knows not to let your wily ways get the better of her in the future. Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui.
Según lo que dijeron los guardias, parece que los invitados del honor son Fautui. Yo también creo lo mismo.
In that case, let's get ourselves over to the Shinya Kiosk. Seems business is booming at the Shinya Kiosk. No one should notice if we blend in there. But either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to, we better be careful.
I understand. I do. Please do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as promised.
The subordinate I sent was not quite so optimistic in his appraisal. Is somebody being uncooperative?
We just ran into a minor procurement problem, is all. We haven't managed to purchase the core lapis yet. But it's nothing for you to worry about. If Chang the Ninth won't sell, I can buy from someone else.
That would be most ideal. I remind you again that the Fatui care only about the result. We are willing to lend a certain degree of support to this transaction. But if it is not completed in time, you may suddenly find our goodwill comes at a price you cannot afford.
I understand. I am indebted to you for your protection. You know I would not dream of disappointing you, don't you?
We shall see when the time comes.
Darn that old man Chang.
So, Mr. Gentry Moutsai is colluding with the Fatui. Who knows if Gua Geek has made any progress? Should we go tell him?
Informa Sin Chui sobre el plan del burgués Mausai. Y ahora el punto también de Neo se ha perdido. Conoce a tu enemigo y te conocerás a ti mismo. Un personaje actualmente en otra misión no puedes unirse a la misión actual. Completa la misión Observador del Océano para poder interactuar con Sin Chui. ¿Observador de qué? ¿Del océano? Este es el observador del océano, pero esto no estamos haciendo anteriormente. No entiendo nada. Observador del océano. Vamos a seguir esta misión.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your voice?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to see you.
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them myself shortly.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master. With you on the job, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being, and we'll discuss the matter of the guild's orders in more detail later on.
Understood, Master Xingqiu. Then I will leave you in peace.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And how, pray tell, may I be of service?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset Vermilionite?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
As well? Do you mean...
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite, but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction, and a lot of interested parties have already come to us inquiring about the price. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the final transaction price may be in excess of 500 million mora.
500 million?!
500 millones es demasiado.
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is greatly inflated, and it's just not worth it.
But without any Sunset Vermilionite...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
¿Quién? Yo tampoco sé quién es.
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some Sunset Vermilionite. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost to time. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode, and after cross-referencing them against each other, I'm now fairly certain that it is situated in the Lisha area.
That's great! But is it really okay for us to just go and take his treasure? Wouldn't it be a little, you know, disrespectful? With him being an Adeptus?
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he wouldn't have let something like this bother him.
Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where you read that?
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of mine. Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters after being abandoned for so long. So please, be very careful.
Okay, we will be. Thanks, Xingqiu.
Voy a la cercanía de Licha a buscar el mundo interior del Adeptus.
Let's see. Xingqiu said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there?
Sigue a Slay.
The Sealy got to here and then disappeared. Should we go over and take a look?
Ingresa en el mundo interior del observador del océano. Elemento recomendado, equipo, falta crío y geo. Y nomás.
What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did did we suddenly end up here? Whoa, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the sunset Vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really? Let Paimon see! Huh? Isn't that the Sealy from before? Look, it's gone and snuck beneath the clouds. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete. Oh, could there be something below the clouds?
Y si fijan bien las rocas y los árboles se ven incompletos, ¿serán que hay algo más debajo de las nubes? ¿Qué piensas?
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art used for spatial partitioning. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti art.
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be careful.
Ah, con este personaje ahora vamos. ¿Entiendes? Me confundí el personaje. Hay un ratón ahí y acá.
Disappear!
Manifest! Obey!
Boba, get them!
Manifest!
Ah, ya entendí cómo funciona.
I'll protect us.
Vamos a aprovechar.
Windblade!
Unleash! Obey!
Me confundo. ¿Cómo llegar hasta arriba?
Windblade!
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this? Manifest! Do your master's bidding! Unleash!
Windblade!
Manifest! Obey! Unleash! The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Ah, ya entendí.
No one escapes my sights.
Manifest! Unleash!
Whoa! We're gonna fall! Is everyone okay? Look! Cecilia disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first. Cryo Incarnate! Unleash! Obey!
Bendito, bendito, por primera vez como
Ready, steady, go!
Windblade! With the wind!
Unleash! Manifest!
Ah, verdad, necesitaba geo, ese,
Let it
¿no?
rain. Bet you can't keep up with me.
Unleash!
Get him. Nice and spicy.
Manifest! By ordinance divine! In your dreams! Unleash!
You're toast!
Manifest!
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. So,
Es que ya
luckily
moría.
there was approval of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again! Let's catch up with it! Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Y la piedra no se mueve. ¿Qué hemos hecho?
I'll protect us. Go, Barbara, go! No escape!
Unleash! Obey!
Let the show begin.
Unleash! Cryo incarnate! You will regret this!
Come on, we can do it.
Obey!
Agarrarlo, no, monstruo no lo veo. Un dragarto G adulto y muy fuerte. Cuando un personaje desvía sus ataques con un escudo y el escudo no se rompe, el dragarto quedará paralizado debido al rebote. Ah, con razón querían Geo. Uy, me confundí.
Let it rain.
Windblade!
Unleash!
Uy, ¿me bota? ¿Dónde me bota?
Let's dance.
Manifest! Unleash! By ordinance divine!
Disappear!
Obey!
That's cheating. Let the show begin.
¿Murió?
Manifest!
You'll pay for that!
Obey! Manifest!
Boba, get them! I'll protect us.
Obey! Do your master's bidding!
Windblade!
Manifest in your dreams!
Let's dance.
I will wipe them out!
Murió también un personaje. De verdad, se necesitaba crío. Crío y el... Ya.
Windblade!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Will protect us. La 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 la.
Muchas gracias, poder bendito.
I shall not yield! Obey!
Let's dance. Look over there. Could that be the sunset vermilionite? Let the show begin. Is this it? Is this the sunset vermilionite? It's so huge.
Es enorme, eso es porque la cámara de Jade también es enorme. Así que se consigue que la cámara de Jade explote.
That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Algunas cosas que me parecían aburridas, pero después descubrí lo útiles que son. ¿Quién era tu maestro?
Hold on a sec! Paimon just realized something. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely!
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure? Be careful!
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a plostrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged.
No se preocupe, sé cuán preciado es la plaustrita. La transportaré con cuidado y no lo permitiré que sufra daño. Paimon se refiere a ti.
My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself hurt, no matter who you are. You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects. It's just common sense!
Is it now? Well then, thank you. I'll go on ahead with the plostrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the building site.
Busca chance en un lugar de reconstrucción de la cámara de Heda.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations, this item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe, and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest plostrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
In truth, it is the finest piece of plostrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhe, Shenhe! Just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises!
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold her head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal people.
But I am not...
Shenhe?
Chen, ¿estás bien?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in and take a rest.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. Alright? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
Si tienes hambre, lo mejor es comer. Si una está cansada, lo mejor es echarse una siesta. No seas tan severa contigo mismo. Paimon tiene razón. Seguro que está más cómoda en el alojamiento que la intemperie.
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
I'll protect us.